Hi friends, in our previous video you have seen how we have moved the image in different directions, left, right, up, down, based on the using buttons click. So now we will move this image without any button click and in a continuous movement, and first vertically, then we will move it horizontally also. So, and in addition to that, we can also learn how to move the image on its own continuously between verticals, means in a vertical direction only. Similarly, we can move it in a horizontal direction also, and anytime we can reset this to original state and restart it. And we can even move it in 4 boundaries, means mentioning that move vertically, horizontally both, and across the different boundaries we can set. So it will continuously move it. Anytime we can reset it. We'll program that now. This is a basic simple HTML template I am using. Here is my image. So this image, you can see a small square, it is displayed here, and I displayed it by giving its ID is I1, and the style, by using style I position it left 300 and top 100. So this will be manipulating to change the image in different position. Now you can also see 2 buttons I have written. So one is connected with a on click event or connected to a timer function that we will write it in our JavaScript code, and the second one is to reset. So reset one is a function. Again, you may ask that why it reset one, because reset is anyway is a built-in HTML tag is there, so why to use that? Reset one says it's my own function. So that is what it is, and below that we have written a div tag here because we will be displaying the x and y coordinates continuously as it changes. So you just to tell you where it is, I have writing something here, saved it, refresh. Hi there. Okay, so this value is reflecting here, so you can change this. Now from here, I hope this basic layout in HTML is clear. We'll start with our script command. Script, first I will close this. Okay, inside that we'll start our JavaScript. We'll divide this into 3 parts. First, part 1, we'll understand about the how to start the timer, because this is how, because it's a continuous motion of the image that you will be placing it every time based on our step we give. So it will be moving either left or right, up or down, whatever it is, it will be moving. So it's a continuous movement, so we'll be using a timer. Then another one is in the part 2, we'll see that how to reset the timer, because we want to bring it this image back to its original position. So how to reset it. And third part is how to display it every time. Every time you call this function, one step it will move based on the direction you program it. So these 3 things, not a very big code. Every function will have some 3-4 lines of code. We'll see that now. We'll start with our timer first. So we'll write the timer code function. Now we'll say timer. Now inside this function we'll write first, let's call one function, another function display, but we'll comment it. This is where actually we'll be moving the image. So right now we are not written the code, so we'll comment it. Now we'll say my time, this is a variable, is equal to set timeout. Now this set timeout, it will this function will call it any function, you write it here within this first, after a time lapse of input value whatever we give it in millisecond. So after 10 millisecond this will call this function. But you note that instead of calling something else, we are calling itself, means we are calling the same function. So what happened after every 10 millisecond, the same function will be again and again will be called. So it is like an infinite loop, so it will be calling. Then in that case you will understand how to stop it. For that we will write another function, we will set it reset function. So this is fine, this is our timer function is ready. Now we'll come back to our clear timeout. So what you will say, another function will write function, will say reset 1. This is the reset 1 what you have written below. If you can see this, you see the buttons one is, first one is the start the timer, we have already written, and next one is reset 1. The second button, here it is, this button, once it is clicked, this will execute this function. Now inside this function, first we will clear the timeout, we'll reset it. So for that what we will do, clear timeout. Now this is the function, and which timer will mention my, we have already declared this variable here, my time. So this timer is cleared. We'll do two more things, because this wherever the button is, we want to bring it back to here, and at the same time we'll remove the message whatever is displayed in the div tag. Here you can see we have declared one div tag here. Hi there we have written for our understanding. That will be removed, and it will be back to its image will be back to its original position. So we'll write document get element by ID. Now I1 is the ID of the image I have written here. Find this. Now I will say style, now left equal to 500 pixel, because this is the original position whatever I have set it. So now I have read. Let me just copy this, paste it again. So style, now I will say top is at 100 pixel. So so this is my position at the, then what I will do now, let me just copy up to this. Now here it is my message. Now I'll say inner HTML equal to blank. So this will be removed. The whatever the position is there, that will delete it. That's all. This my reset button is coded now. Timer is there. Now the main one, display. So I will say it function. So now since I have written it, I can remove the comment from here. So function display. Inside this I will write the code to move it. So I'll say first the step, number of step each movement will have. So if you want it to jump far off, then step value you can increase. For a smooth transition I have given 1 only. Now I'll say I will read the read our value for the present location of the offset left and offset top. So let me just y variable y document get element by, here I will write offset top. Y is offset top always. Let me just write it here. Okay, now copy it, paste it again. Now this will be offset left. Here it will be variable x. So these two values I have taken. This is reading the present location. So now what I will do, I will say this value whatever it is written here, this value I will copy, this line I will copy it. Now I want that this x1 y value to be displayed there. So I'll say inner HTML equal to, inside that x, slightly space I'll give, plus, now I'll say x, now again plus, I will say y value plus y. So that's all. Now this display part is now the movement part. What you will do, if y is less than 400, then it will, so first what will happen is this cursor will start moving in downward direction, reach one end, then it will move a right direction. So we will understand how a vertical movement is happening and how a horizontal movement is happening. So what we will do, we will say here if y is less than 400, because right now y is 100, so after another 300 we are allowing. If it is y is less than 400, then move y only. So y equal to y plus step is 1, we have already declared it. Y is equal to y plus step. Now what I will say, document get element by ID. Now again I1 dot style top. Now the top position equal to y plus, this is the pixel I am telling. It will be a new value of y it will take. So this is how the vertically I am pushing it down. So now suppose this y value has reached this 400 upper limit. So we'll say this is there, let's bring it, then we will say else. Now we'll change the x value. So now horizontally it will move. We'll say if, now in that also we'll put a condition because we don't want it to hit the boundary. So if x is less than 800, then only it should move. Then we'll say x equal to x plus step. Now this step is again 1 only, we have set it at the top. You can change it to any value. So instead of writing all the code, let me just copy this up to this, put it inside this if and paste it here. But this time now it is style top, it is the left movement x, I will write it. So that's all I'm having. So this should work. Let me check it whether I have matched all the closing braces. Okay, let's save this and refresh this and let's see start. Yeah, it started moving. So it is going. Now y has reached its end and it is moving. So it will stop at before 800. It is actually moving. I will just expand it a bit. Yeah, you can see now. So I'll reset it, start again. Anywhere I can reset it to bring it back because we have coded that function reset. It will reset the timer and bring the, it will make it 00. So again start. Then it will move towards, because it has reached its limit. So x is moving and it has reached this upper limit. Now there are many different type of movements are there. You can move horizontally, vertically. All these things also can be coded by changing slightly this code.